Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another week in the life of running our dealership, NG Supercars.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
For you, channel, my name is Dan, and Randy almost got bit by a scorpion this morning. Stung, bit, pinched, both.
They have both options.
Pinch, pinch, and a sticka.
Under the remotes.
It was hiding under the remote controls. Like literally, it was chilling underneath one of these guys, and he picked up the remote and went "Rrr," and tried to get him.
Yeah.
That's the sound it made. "Rrr."
Come in and use the remotes, turn all the AC on. So I grabbed it half asleep and it was staring at me.
Oh hell no!
I was like, ah.
Look, spiders, snakes don't bother me. Scorpions, they're just creepy little bastards, and they hurt like hell. So no, thank you.
Scorpions fall right on the spiders.
They just can go away. Well, let me show you everything that's going on this week, and we'll bring you along as we run our business, buy and sell cars, work on cars, a lot of working on cars, and it's gonna be a crazy week. So first off, before I get into it too much, yesterday I actually did a car thing. Oh my gosh. So the Gumball 3000 was in Austin, and we went downtown and checked out the Gumball 3000. So check out that footage right here.
I hear more fan than engine. We got a Huracan. There's no stickers. What the hell? There's no stickers. It's bullshit. Bugatti. Bugatti. Side rod. That's gotta be Jay Leno. It's gotta be Jay Leno. Who is it? I can't see. Texas Austin Mixon. And burning it. Uncle Byron. Let's burn out. Let's get a virus. Shipping. USA! 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 This is the best part of the whole thing. So sad. So sad. Moving along. Now we got an F8. Woo! We got Joker guy. What's this? Who are these people? I need one, damn it. Holy shit, my hat sucks. Give me a hat. I know someone's got that. I don't know. Who are you talking about? I think yours is nicer. I think it is. That's more carbon. I was looking at, I was looking at the carbon. He's got the blades and the front splitter. We got nothing on this. Oh, yeah. Oh, he may have more. Are you guys nominated? Guys, please make some noise and take 50 seats all the way from Wow. Jesus. This is crazy.
Pretty cool. I have to say, I have never been to the Gumball stuff. I dream of someday doing the Gumball. Although, admittedly, the older I get, the less I want to do it. It's one of those where, I used to think I wanted to do the Gumball, and now I'm, older, and I'm not sure I want to drive that fast, that hard, for that long, and get that many tickets. And it, honestly, okay, here's my take on this. So, they have, the wall of people, and then a little chute where everyone's driving down. And so, standing in the crowd, it was 80% mockery and 20% admiration. And so I feel like maybe 5 years ago, it was 90% admiration and 10% mockery, and now it's kind of flipped. And first of all, no offense, Gumball, but why are you allowing Porsche Cayennes? And there was a bunch of regular, there was 75 Corvettes in there. Regular Corvettes. No offense, Jamie.
Regular traffic.
Right?
Regular traffic.
It was just like traffic. It was just traffic. There was one car two cars I'd never seen before. One which I'm sure I'll see 85 times before I die, which is the brand new C8 ZR1. That was the first time I'd seen one in person. Looks pretty damn good. The wing is a little bit too much, but the rest of it, really, really cool. Then we saw the Cadillac, whatever the hell it is, the electric prototype, whatever thing. Not the Lyric, but the yeah. It's like a hatchback.
Yeah.
And it's huge. It's like twice as long as a Ferrari. I'm not even kidding you. It was so big. I was like, what the hell is it? Anyway, it did look okay. But of course, everyone's like, rev it! It's electric. And we're like, ha ha. But anyway, as you saw, like, it was just, I don't know. Anyway, the vibe was fun for us. We were just having fun teasing, but like, I wasn't all that impressed. Anyway, I guess I'm too old because I don't feel like partying all night and I don't feel like driving fast anymore on public streets. So I'm old. What can I say? Anyway. Moving on. All right, conversion car. We're going to be converting this car this week. Scott's old 360 is back from paint, and we got to replace the starter on it. It's having some issues. This car is all done, supposed to get picked up hopefully today, and it goes bye-bye. That car, mid-conversion. Dash is out. Dash is getting redone. Which car is this car? Oh, yes, this is the one we just sold it. We sold it over the weekend. That's right. So, yes, this car is sold. It was in inventory. This was the Ohio car, and he has a laundry list of things he would like us to do to it. He's supposed to send those today, and then I'll give an estimate, and then we'll start ordering parts for this. So, it's going to be here another 2 or 3 weeks. 430 in the corner. We're going to be doing conversion and a bunch of other crap. We're going to get that off the quick jacks and over onto the 2-post. Okay. John's car, we got to figure out what the hell we're doing with it. McLaren, sitting here waiting for someone to buy it. And that car, oh yeah, I'm supposed to talk to the guy who wants to buy that car today. So that car may be sold. And then this car, we replaced the TGK valve. It sort of fixed it, but not quite. So we have an ECU that's supposed to be here today. And we finally can hopefully have that car done and get it out the door. Oh, and then the brilliant exhaust 458, which is outside right now, right there. We're going to be getting some video of that car making good noises, and then it's going to get detailed, and then it's going to go to its owner today, or at least he can come get it today. So we'll have it wrapped up today. That's the plan. That's what we're doing. I'm going to hop to it, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, YouTube, it's in the afternoon. We had to do a shuffle of all the cars. So, got the old flood Scott's car back on this lift. We got to pull the bottom panels, replace the starter. And Randy is working on that car. So, we sold that car. It is getting a conversion and a few other jobs. So, we're trying to get going on that car. Again, this car is waiting to get picked up. This car just arrived, is next in the conversion queue after that one. Yeah. More cars here. This one's only got 5,600 miles on it. Actually, every time we get one that's super low mile, it's interesting to see what factory stuff is still there and what has already been messed with. So it'll be curious to see. I think, sounds like the exhaust bracket's broken. So there's definitely a vibration coming out of the rear exhaust section of this car. So I'll have to take and do an inspection on this thing. I got to do my check-in inspection on it anyway. Brilliant car. The brilliant exhaust is all done, ready to go. He's coming to pick it up, I think tomorrow. So this car will get out of here. But it's, sound is just, oh, yeah. Sorry. Not a conversion. This one, that's right. We're just doing a bunch of work on this one. So I got to order the parts for it. I got to make the RO for it and get him to pay for the parts. So I'm going to do that and probably once I get off the camera right here. So this car is getting converted. All right. Yellow car conversion, black car, John's car. It's got the differential issue. Yeah. We'll talk about that when we figure out what we're doing with it. And then this car, hopefully the ECU gets here today. It's supposed to get here. He sent it out yesterday or on Saturday. So if it gets here today, we can get this car done and get this car sent back to him. And God, I still got to talk to that guy who wants to buy that car. I need to give him a call real quick. So it's busy here. That's basically the short of it. Yeah, YouTube, working late. ROs, I should say, repair orders and estimates and stuff. Surprisingly, that takes forever, especially when I have to go look up parts that we don't have already in the system, which every time I do that, I just add them to the system and like it'll make our lives easier in the future and stuff. But it just, anyway, I had an email from someone who's like, hey, I got a PPI on this Ferrari F430 and I got an estimate to fix everything that the PPI found out. And so he's like, I want to see if you guys can give me an estimate and maybe it's better. Okay, so he sends me the estimate and holy crap, some of these items are insane. I don't. So it was funny because I was like, oh, some of these we're pretty close to the same price, right? And I was like, oh, no, we're not. I'm not going to tell you what company it is or where they are or anything because I don't, hey, you know what? If someone wants to pay these prices, they can. Okay, they quoted a major service on an F430, which it doesn't say everything it's doing, but it says major service kit, which I'm going to guess might include spark plugs. Because otherwise, there's not really a major on the 430 in the traditional sense. So I'm going to say that includes spark plugs and probably the accessory belt. Maybe. Oil change, coolant, gearbox oil, brake fluid. That's it. $4,500. Nice. Next, F430 release bearing. They want to replace the release bearing. So for that, I would want to hear the car to hear if the release bearing's actually going, or look in the inspection port and see if there's grease flung around, because why are they replacing the release bearing? Like, what's the clutch life? They don't say anything about the clutch. And I'm kind of anyway, just replace the release bearing. $9,000. That's almost what we charge to do a clutch, which includes the release bearing. So it's like, oh, you could spend $9,000 with them, or you could spend a little bit more with us and get a clutch for barely anything more with the release bearing. Okay, moving on. F1 actuator. They want to actually replace the entire squid F1 actuator unit. Why? What's wrong with it? Like, does it need to just be bled? Because a lot of times they just need a bleed. But anyway, they want to replace it. $16,000. Nice. We do have used ones. If we ever do need to replace one, we have a few used ones that were takeoffs from converted cars. But those things are really expensive. Like, the actual unit is like $11,000, $12,000. So, okay, that one's mostly parts, and it is what it is. Fuel pumps. $4,700 for fuel pumps. Okay, that's a lot. Water oil pump. $13,000. Nice. Power steering pump, $3,700. Steering rack, which ironically we just did one, $8,300. Windshield, $6,500. That's the only one that's not terribly off. Because windshields, glass alone is like quite a few $1,000s, even for aftermarket glass. Their total bill, $65,500. Damn! We charge them too little. I didn't add up my total estimate for all those services, but I would assume we're more than, probably close to $15,000 to $20,000 cheaper, maybe even more. I should really look at that email and add it up. I didn't add it up. I should do that. Those are pretty lofty prices, but maybe their overhead's a lot more than ours. Like, their hourly rate is considerably higher than ours. They charge a lot more for the parts, so maybe they just are looking for bigger margins on the parts. Like, it's one of the things I noticed, like, comparing how much we charge. Like, we obviously have a little markup for the parts, but I'd rather make more of our money on the labor than the parts. So, I don't know. We'll see what the guy says. I sent him the email back with our estimates, and, he could ship his car here and ship it back, and it still would be cheaper. Actually, we could even convert the car, and it'd still be cheaper. That's what I would do. Oh, YouTube. It's been a long one, and I'm still behind the ball. Shit. I did not get that car inspected. I need to get that inspected, but I'm going to have to wait until tomorrow morning, so I'll do that tomorrow morning. It's stupid how long it takes to build estimates. It really takes forever. Randy's been working on that car over there. I got to pull off the bottom panel on that car. Hopefully we get the starter tomorrow or something. If not, I might just shove it off. Still don't know when they're picking up this car. They were supposed to get it today. Oh, the brilliant car. Yeah. Oh God, that sounds so good. We got a consignment car. We have a 2003 Ferrari 360 Spider with only 13,000 miles. Super low miles. Very original. Basically near collector's grade. Only has a few minor imperfections that could easily be taken care of if you wanted to be, totally perfect. Just a few minor issues in, cosmetically. But look at it. Look at the interior. The dash. It's almost perfect. So rare to see that. Seats look super good. Oh yeah, amazing. Yeah, everything. Engine bay, super clean. Everything's super clean. So if you want to learn about this car, hopefully it's posted on the website by the time this video comes out. If not, just go to the website, fill out the form, say I'm interested in that black 360, but we'll see. I did do a short on it, so I don't know. It might get some interest before this video comes out. We'll see. But damn, what a good looking car. Yeah. Yeah, the convertible top's like perfect too. Really, really well maintained. It's up to date on its time belt service. They've maintained it really well. It's got new tires. The only thing I noticed wrong with it is the struts on the front are not holding the front lid up, so we'll have to get those replaced. But otherwise, perfect conversion candidate. Oh, and it's got a new clutch. The clutch was just replaced recently. So yeah, like, don't need to do shit to it. If you want to keep it as an F1, just buy it and replace the hood struts and you're good to go. Otherwise, if you want to convert it, just convert it. I mean, you don't have to replace the clutch or anything. That's it for Monday. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. We'll get some more stuff done. We'll get that car inspected and checked in. So I'm out of here. I'll see you guys then. Well, good morning. It is now Tuesday, and holy crap, is today going to be a busy one. So I have no idea how much stuff I'm going to film. I'm going to try my best. Randy's dirty already. I think that's the morning routine, is do an introduction and then say something about Randy. That's the thing now. It's a thing. And then usually Randy makes some sort of snippy remark back, and then the day gets going. That's how you know that we're off to a good start. Well, no updates really here, but we have the Hawaii 360 getting picked up today, so I had to make some phone calls already this morning. Paperwork stuff, blah, blah, blah. I need to buy a lawnmower today. Our electric lawnmower battery died, and the batteries are like $1,200. So for not much more money, we can get a gas lawnmower and just call it good. And I thought about that. It's kind of like my lawnmower at home. I eventually went from electric to gas, and I realized I can fix a gas lawnmower. I cannot fix an electric lawnmower. That's the primary reason I want a gas lawnmower. Like,
The fix is replace the batteries.
right, the fix is to replace the batteries, which is super expensive.
All the electric cars.
Yeah, so, well, actually, that's not even true. So my old electric mower, when it broke, like, the board went out multiple times. So I don't, like, hell no. Like, you, yeah. So anyway, I need to get a lawnmower. I also am trying to figure out possibly buying a flatbed trailer, because we've been discussing needing one of those. And then also borrowing our friend's excavator, because we need to dig another trench. And we only have like a few more days of no rain until it rains again, because that's how it's going right now. Every time you want to do anything, it's raining, which is great. You know, like, we need the water. I'm happy about that. Oh, by the way, there was so much rain on Friday night, they closed the road to my neighborhood. So apparently the road got washed out, which is really strange, because I drove that road after all the rain multiple times and it was open. And then yesterday, when I was trying to get home, the road was closed. And I was like, what the hell? And I had to go way around because there's nothing convenient nearby. And this morning it was still closed, so I Googled it. And I'm like, why is this road closed? And they're like, oh, it washed out from all the rain. Which, how does it wash out 2 days after the rain? Maybe it got damaged, and then that's when they finally noticed it.
Is there like a bridge or a low water crossing?
There's no, but there's some culverts that go under.
Yeah.
So maybe one of the culverts got messed up. I don't know. Anyway, I have no idea what's going on there, but I would love for them to fix it soon, because it adds probably 50% to almost twice as long to commute for me, which sucks. So my commute went from 15 minutes to closer to 30 minutes, which is annoying. But anyway, yeah, that's the plan for the day. We're going to do some stuff, so hang tight. All right, it's already after 1 and just got caught up on paperwork, ordering parts. We got a lawn care company coming. I originally had hired this kid, but then Josh's kid was doing it, but then we realized we needed a lawnmower, so we were going to buy a lawnmower. It became a whole thing, so we just hired a company, so we're back to that. And we decided, because once school starts, then we'd lose kids' abilities to do it, so we might as well hire a company to do it. I'd rather pay a kid, but business. Business! We need business requirements. And we're also trying to find a trailer, which we have some messages out on. But anyway, the 430 that was converted and all that jazz is done with the alignment. So I think I need to go get that car. And then this dude's supposed to be picking up his car sometime after lunch, which would be anytime now. So I don't know what we're going to do. We'll figure it out. Okay, YouTube. Man, today's been nuts. I've been on the computer doing service ROs and all this other stuff all day long, ordering parts. I spent well over $10,000 ordering parts, and I still don't even have, I still have probably $20,000 more in parts to order just from other companies. Yeah, it's been nuts. It's about that car. So, and I hate to tell you, but it's sold, or at least has a pending deal on it. There's been quite a few people have done consultations with us, and they start describing a car they want. And this guy was describing what he wants, and I'm like, hey, I think we have an offer to buy a car with those exact specs. Would you be interested? And so he's like, yeah. So I said, basically I said, since you're doing a consultation, I will get you first dibs on it and let you know about it before we tell anyone else. And so I did, and he's like, yep, want it. So sorry, never hit the list, never hit anything. But we're trying really hard to find cars. It is super tough right now. There just is not a lot out there. All right, well, I'm tired. I'm about to fall asleep. I've been working my butt off trying to get caught up after the vacation. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I don't know what else is going on. Nearing capacity. The only thing we have capacity for is cars under those cars. So good news though, that car, we did get confirmation it's supposed to go away next week. Josh is driving another car. That's why his car is here. Josh is driving the coupe that we converted, and assuming nothing is wrong with it, he's driving it home and driving it back and giving it a good hard test drive. And assuming that is fine, then that car is done, and so it should be going away soon. The yellow car is done. Finally, and that car can go away. So we have 3 cars that are going away, hopefully in the next few days. So that's awesome. That'll free up a little bit of room. Should get the starter for that one tomorrow, so hopefully we can get that thing taken care of tomorrow. Oh, and did I tell you that Randy's going away for 2 weeks on vacation? It's going to be really tough. God, that's going to suck. Well, I'm going to go wallow in my sorrows thinking about that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning, YouTube. It is now Wednesday, and Randy is polishing metal.
Getting rid of the blown up clutch material out of there.
Yeah,
Stage 1 clean.
the throwout bearing that trans was, well, I don't know if that was totally just the throwout bearing or if it was, that was the car that had the clutch that was like 150% wear.
Yeah, it wouldn't move.
Yeah, so that's clutch and throwout bearing.
Yeah, it's a little congealed. It's okay.
Yeah, that's pretty dirty.
Yeah.
Look at this area. Woo! Oh, she's dirty. Yeah, there's definitely some grease. Oh,
Flywheel's pretty smooth.
well, we have a new flywheel for this car. Oh my God.
All the spots are hot spots.
Wow, the entire thing is a hot spot, just in various little dots. That's, well,
What happens when it does
she done. Yeah, this is what happens when the clutch life reads 150%. Speaking of clutch lives, want to hear something that's fun? So we just got in this car for conversion. It's only got 5,600 miles on it. It's actually in remarkably good shape. Beautiful car. Guess what the clutch life is on this thing? You're wrong. It's negative 79%. Because that maths. The math is mathing. The only thing I can think of is someone went in there to adjust some setting and just threw in a new clutch position. When you calibrate the clutch on these things, you've got the original clutch closed position, which is basically it's saying where is the clutch at when it actually is all the way open, right? And usually it's somewhere between 20 and 25 millimeters. Well, you program that, and then it says, okay, that's where we started from. And then as the clutch wears, it gets smaller and smaller because there's less material, right? So it has to get smaller and smaller. And so that's how it computes the wears. It says, oh, like basically, I think if I remember correctly, 5 to 6 millimeters of wear is 100% gone. Your clutch is gone. So like if you start at 25, you end at 20 or 19 or so, clutch is toast. If you start at 20, you end at 16, 15, something like that. Clutch is gone. That one says the original clutch open position is 20 point something millimeters, and it's currently at 25 point something millimeters. So someone monkeyed with the data, which is interesting because it means that currently it's at 25, so it drives fine. If theoretically, if you forced it to that position, if it was true, like if the clutch truly started at 20 and now is at 25, it wouldn't even move because the clutch would never engage. So because it's at 25 and it actually does engage the clutch, it's currently correct. Here's my guess is whoever replaced I would assume maybe the clutch got replaced or something and they just never changed the original clutch position value. Anyway, it won't matter because we're going to be converting to a manual and we're moving the TCU and the clutch position sensor, so it's irrelevant. The good news is if it's at 25 millimeters, that means the clutch is probably pretty thick and it's probably got I'm going to say somewhere between 80 and 90% clutch life remaining, maybe even more. So weird, just weird. Dude, we get weird shit like this all the time. We get sometimes where I've seen negative numbers on clutch lives before. It's not the first time. Oh, another thing to note, if you're getting your clutch life read, please make sure they know which transmission computer they're reading and that's the right one. Because, you know, there's two different transmission computers on the Ferrari F430 and on the Ferrari 360. On the Ferrari F430, I think it's the 232 and then the 301. Anyway, the 301 is a later computer that was only in some of the 07s, the 08s, and 09s. So if you have an 05 and 06, you have a 231 or 232, I can't remember. If you have an 07, you have to verify which one you have. And that's the big thing, is a lot of people don't verify it, which is really easy. But what happens is a lot of people will read the wrong TCU and it'll show a better clutch life than actually is in the car because they actually compute the values differently. Weird stuff. I know, whatever. Well, anyway, that was fun last night. I kind of like did that right before going, and I was like, huh. So I sent the owner an email, and he was like, I'm confused. What does this mean? And I explained it to him, and he's like, okay, I guess that makes sense. You know, like, weird. We're going to, at some point, have the long get mode today, supposedly, and I need to do a bunch of work on stuff. So I'm here early because my son decided to wake up an hour and 15 minutes earlier than normal, and then crawled up and he like literally was grabbing my face and he was like, da da, da da. And I was like, that's great. Yeah, I'm not going back to sleep now. So I'm here early. Yay. I'm in Randy's domain. The early people. All right, YouTube. I totally forgot to film anything today. It's just been a crazy busy day. And so I've just been scrambling to do stuff and working on stuff, working on the shop. I'm actually trying to like do a bunch of stuff on the shop right now. I think it's a good time to do it. There's never a good time to do it, but I'm just like motivated to do it. So I'm working on the shop itself. Stupid crap, tidying up stuff. Stuff I wish I had a handyman for, but we just don't. Got a guy who's mowing the lawn for us, so that's good. He's actually doing that right now. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, cut that shit. All right. Oh man, it already looks so much better. God, it was bad out there, really bad. Randy is going on vacation after tomorrow, so we gotta finish up a few things on that car, and then that car will get moved over to that lift. We got the starter. We'll put in the starter, and we gotta install a stereo, and then it's done, and then the Flood 360 goes away. So actually the guy who was buying it was here just a few minutes ago and we were chatting with him, getting all the paperwork together and stuff. So this thing's going away, and yeah, I don't have much to say today because I don't even really know what's going on today just because I've been busting my ass and sweating. All right, well, we'll do some stuff tomorrow. Well, good morning, YouTube. We're off to a bad start today. I had a flat tire on my truck when I walked out to my truck this morning. So I think I got like a bad set of valve stems because that was the third valve stem to let go. So 3 out of 4 let go. So when I took it to the tire shop, I just said, can you just replace preemptively the fourth one since they're all going out? And they said, yep. So we got that taken care of. So hopefully I won't have any more flat tires. But anyway, here's some video from that. Well, nothing like starting off your morning with a flat tire. The valve stem let go. I try to air it up and see if maybe it would leak slow enough that I could limp it to the tire shop, but nope. Had to pull the tire off, get the spare out. Man, that's I got a bad set of valve stems. That's the third one to let go. So I'm gonna have them preemptively replace the other one that hasn't blown up yet, because yeah, the one let go on the highway, one of them let go while it's parked, another one let go last night. So they're just shit valve stems. So beyond that, then I had a consultation call. So it's already like 11 something in the afternoon and I haven't done anything, at least nothing like that. I've been on the phone call and dealing with a flat tire. So Randy took care of the starter on the old 360. So that starts on its own now. That's kind of nice. So only thing left to do is install the aftermarket stereo and then this car is done. Amazing. Then I don't know what else we have Randy do before he gets out of here, but I know what I'm going to try and do today. My goal is to do a few more things on the shop itself. So I want to install these little guards around the roll-up doors because it will help seal out bugs and also air. It'll keep the shop better insulated and our ACs won't have to work quite as hard in the summer because we're about in the death throes of summer where it's going to be 105 out and suck balls. So I would like to do what we can to save energy and keep us cool in here. That's really, I don't even care about spending the money and the energy. I don't want to sweat my ass off when we're working on these cars because that sucks. It's not fun. Well, beyond that, this car is supposed to get picked up tomorrow. This car next week. That car over there next week. So and then that car potentially tomorrow. So we have 4 cars leaving the shop within the next week. Thank God. Yeah, we need some. I know. Yeah. And good timing because the 360 from Hawaii is supposed to possibly get here tomorrow. If that car gets here tomorrow, then we're at basically, yeah, the only room we have is one under there, and one right here, and that's it. So we can fit 3 more cars, but like we're at the point where it sucks and it makes it so you can't operate and do work on cars. So not ideal. I don't even know what else is going on. Like I said, it's been a shit show. Oh, the lawn got mowed. Yay! Look at this. It's no longer a jungle out there. That's awesome. Excellent news. Oof, and it drizzled earlier, and God, it's humid. This has been the rainiest spring in a long time. Like super, super rainy. I think we've gotten almost 30 inches of rain already this year, which is, for Texas, astronomically high. Insane. All right, I'm gonna get caught up, and I'll rejoin you guys in a little bit. All right, YouTube. I have failed you again. I think this is becoming a thing where I don't get to film during the middle of the day because my days have been so extremely busy. Here's the crazy thing, though. I'm going to go home before 5 o'clock today for the first time this week. First time in a while. I didn't get home till about 7 o'clock the last 3 nights in a row. So I'm going to go home, and it's only 4 something. I'll get home before 5. This car is done. The old flood car, Scott's old car, done, ready to go. It is 100% done. So that is supposed to go away. I think he might come pick it up on Saturday. I finished working on, so I have these little trim pieces. And so I bought them eons ago. They're supposed to go along the outside edge of the roll-up doors, and they help create a better seal. They keep bugs out, and they also help keep some of the air inside, and it helps with insulation so our ACs don't have to work as hard. So I installed them on the back door, got that one all done. While I was doing that, there was a massive hornet's nest. So it took a lot longer than expected because we had to keep killing the hornets because every time I start working at it, a couple more would fly up and start attacking me. Thankfully, I did not get stung, but man, they were pissed. They did not want me screwing stuff into the wall right by their home. Well, they're dead. Good riddance. I used the entire can of hornet spray, and so we had to resort to using brake cleaner, which is actually very effective, I'll have you know. Brake clean's shockingly effective at killing those bugs. But anyway, so I still have to finish part of the big door, and I have to do this door, and I decided the sun sets on that side of the building where those are, so I don't feel like working in the sun. I'll do those tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning while they're in the shade. So I'm going to get here early and finish those up, and I'll have that done. It's something I've been doing. I actually bought those, I think, before the flood, and I was working on them before the flood, and then, of course, flood got distracted and never got them done. And then we threw them in the shed and totally forgot about them, and so I realized now it's getting hot as hell, and I wanted more insulation and the ACs to work not quite as hard as they are. Well, that's it for the day. I'm going home early. I will see you guys tomorrow. By the way, do me a favor. We are getting a lot of people who are reaching out who are like, hey, can you find me a Ferrari 360 or 430 or whatever? And the answer is no, we don't do that. We don't go looking for a car for you specifically because it's impossible. We have over 300 people on our list now looking for cars. So what we do, what we do is you submit your information to our list. Go to ngsc.me/thelist right here. Fill out the form. We put you in the list, and then anytime we have a car that's of interest, either we're buying it or we know of it and it's off market or whatever, if it's of interest, we reach out to people on the list who match that particular car, and we shotgun blast an email, and basically then if someone's interested, they say yes. If they're not, don't have to respond, or if you're already found a car or whatever, you can say, take me off the list or whatever it is, that works fine. And then it's kind of first come, first serve. That's the only way we think that works that's fair, because there's too many people and we can't sit here and cater to individuals. It just doesn't work. So it's basically impossible. So again, ngsc.me/thelist, get on the list, and then you can find out when we have cars coming. That's how all these people are like, how come your cars never hit the website? Because we hit the list first before the cars hit the website. And lately, 100% of the Ferraris are selling from the list, not from the website. So that black 360 right there is the first car that might actually have not sold from the list. It's crazy. First one in quite a while, like over a month. And I suspect it's just because it's black. So it's less people are interested in black as opposed to like red tan or something. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll get those doors all set. And I don't know what else we're going to do. We're going to do something else. Good morning, YouTube. It is Friday morning. And, well, I'm going to try and beat the rain and install the rest of these little things, whatever they're called, before the rain hits. It's supposed to rain today. The other thing I gotta do is I need to get this car inspected. So I need to probably drive it to have it reset its readiness monitors first. So I'm gonna honestly take care of those first because, well, I don't know why. I just want to do that first because I've been working on it for a few days in a row and I just want to finish it. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Oh, it's one of those red bastards. Not anymore. Those guys, by the way, when they sting, those hurt so bad. Anyway, I'm going to do that. I'm talking kind of quick because it's supposed to rain. It looks like it's going to rain, so I want to get as much time as I can working on those. So I'm going to shut up and start working, and maybe I'll remember to film something before the end of the day today. Well, so much for that plan. I got one strip installed, and it started raining. And it's like just hard enough, like it's a sprinkle, but it's a hard enough sprinkle that I don't feel safe on a ladder when it's wet. So, damn it. It pisses me off. I really wanted to get that done today. I really pissed off that wasp nest, that's for sure. So, they've been coming inside and stuff. I'm gonna have to take them out. Since it's drizzling, I'm gonna take the 360 and try and get it inspected so that we can sell it tomorrow. I have no diagnostic codes? Oh, hell yeah. I can take it straight to the inspection place. Well, that's awesome. You can see it's pretty drizzly. It's just not great weather. It's not awful, but, you know. Yeah. All right, well, let's go get it inspected. I'm a dumbass. So, took it to the shop to get inspected, and they're like, hey, what year is it? And I'm like, I'm not sure. So I called Josh. Josh's like, oh, it's 2001. So I'm like, oh, it's a 2001. They're like, yeah, it doesn't need an inspection. It's exempt. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's 25 years old now. So I drove all the way to the shop in the rain just to get the car dirty and not actually need to. Although I did fill it up with gas, so there was that. So what a waste of time. All right, well, I didn't put it back inside yet. It stopped raining. I'm just trying to figure out what car needs to go on the lift and what needs to be done. So I think maybe that car needs to go on the lift. So maybe I'll put that car on the lift and then move Scott's car. Because I'm trying to remember what services we need to do on that car and just stuff. So we need to figure out what's going on. What stuff is happening. We're in the transition period. All right, so we actually got to take a lunch break today. Josh and I went to lunch, discussed stuff. We're actually trying to buy a trailer. We think we want to replace my enclosed single car hauler with a flatbed single car hauler. And I think I'm just going to get rid of the single enclosed trailer because, like, I don't want to haul cars unless we're like going on a trip. And if we're going on a trip, we're probably taking two, and I'll just take the big trailer. But just drove this car, was adjusting the PIS settings, so the person who's buying this car wants to fly in next Friday and see the car and stuff so he can buy it. So I just wanted to get working on it. We ordered a bunch of parts for it. They're not in yet. Hopefully they'll be in time. It's also got a bad wheel bearing, so we're going to change that out. We're changing out the fuel pumps and some other stuff. So we'll get that car completely sorted for him. Nice and good. So yeah, making some progress on that car. PIS was way off. Super, super loose, like crazy loose. That was interesting. So, all right, almost done with the day. It's almost 5 o'clock. Wrap it up in just a minute. All right, YouTube, tighten up the side view mirrors on that car and that car. Yeah, you know how it is, 430s. It's like 75% of the mirrors get loose. Well, that's it for this week. I was supposed to come in tomorrow to do the deal on that car, but the paperwork we submitted to convert it from a salvage title to a rebuilt title has not processed yet, so the buyer could not get insurance turned on until it's a rebuilt title. So we have to wait for that. So it might be another, I don't know, week or week and a half or something. So hopefully we can get that done soon. But anyway, so I guess that car is going to be chilling here for a little bit longer. But Otherwise, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. We do appreciate your support. Check out normalguysupercar.com and ngsupercars.com, our websites. If you want to get on the list, if you're interested in buying a car, go to ngsc.me/thelist and put in your information and all that stuff, and we'll reach out to you. And that is it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to go to normalguysupercar.com and subscribe to that channel, as well as this one, Normal Guy Premium. It's premium, but it's free. We'll see you in the next week. We'll be doing a lot of cool car stuff. You're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet.